y'all, it's Phoebes. I'm back. I'm sorry I haven't posted anything on Percy Jackson Season 1 very much. I was gonna wait out my winter break and then come back. But I had to post because episode 6 was so good. We got Luke on Polyphemus' island. That was amazing. We got Don't Touch Her platonically for Percabeth, which, like, what's it gonna be like in season 5? What are things gonna be like next season in season 3 when she gets yeeted off a cliff? Which, like, that brings back memories. And that was really good. They have done such a good job this season showcasing Percy's fatal flaw. Because last night, I was watching the episode because I decided to stay up late and because I've been staying up late to watch the episodes, which is totally worth it. Completely and totally. Entirely. And, I just loved it. But I will also say that, like, I'm not a book purist, but, like, episode 5 there were multiple moments in episode 5, not necessarily with the siren scene, though there was a little bit with that, but surprisingly with the Cersei stuff. So I was just like, why couldn't you do this closer to the books? And it's like, I didn't like it. I didn't dislike the episode. I love the episode. It's so good. I love the stuff with the Cersei stuff. You know, aside from also being an Epic the Musical fan and singing along to the songs. Because I'm just that basic. It was just so good. I want to be clear. I would have liked to see how Percy and Annabeth were interacting with Cersei be a bit closer to the way it was in the book. Even though I did still like it overall. And we got Hilla! We got Hilla! We have Hilla! My girl! I wish we could have seen her little sister, who becomes very important to the plot in Heroes of Olympus, but we got Hilla. We got our first confirmed Roman demigod. And everyone on Cersei's island is a demigod. So it's like, how many of them were Roman? How many of them were Roman? And how many of them have been there for however long? Because you have freaking Stavros, the badass Spartan warrior. Loved seeing that guy. Even if he did get chomped. But, like, that's also something I'm loving about the show, is that they are showing some accuracy with, like, the armor and stuff, even though I would like a bit more, just, like, as a history nerd. Shout out to Nolan's Odyssey. But I'm just really loving this season so far, both as an adaptation of the books, as someone who just loves history, and as someone who is just like, yeah, I love my Hamilton and Epic the Musical parallels. But I also just want to say that, like, all of these adaptation changes, some are better and some are worse. And, like, I was a lot more positive on this episode 6's changes to the plot, because I felt like it added things to the story and the narrative without taking away too much from the original material, whereas the stuff with the Cersei stuff took away from it a little bit, and I would have liked to see that be closer. But at the end of the day, you know, it's still really good. It's just finding a way to balance those things in my head that can be kind of tricky, and that's something I really try to do when it comes to, like, you know, movie book to screen adaptations in general, and with, like, historical fiction films and shows. I could go on a massive tangent about that, and I probably will, about why I'm okay with something like, Reign or the Tudors compared to, the White Princess and parts of the White Queen and the Spanish Princess. But, like, it just makes me so happy to see a show about a book that I've loved since I was 13 be adapted as well as it has been. Like, it is genuinely the most rewarding feeling in the world. And boy, do I hope we get to see that with the Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Because both Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon have kind of failed. And Shadow and Bone was such a mixed bag. I just really want to see an actually consistently good book to screen adaptation. Anyway, sorry if this is, like, insanely rambly. Beebs out.